ago, in a quiet little village, there lived a humble husband and a wife who wished more than anything to have a child. The father was a hard-working and caring man with gentle eyes and simple village clothes. He loved his wife deeply and always tried to protect her and make her happy. The mother was soft-hearted and beautiful with kind eyes and long brown hair. She was gentle, emotional, and loving. After many years, their wish finally came true. They were going to have a baby girl. But beside their house stood a mysterious garden owned by a powerful witch. The garden was filled with beautiful flowers, magical herbs, and fresh vegetables. One day, the mother looked out the window and saw a planet called Rapunzel growing there. She wanted it so badly that she became weak and sad because she could not stop thinking about it. The father could not see his wife suffering because he was loving and loyal. He climbed over the wall one night to pick some Rapunzel for her. But the witch caught him. The witch was tall and scary woman. She wore dark robes and her sharp eyes made people tremble from fear. She was intelligent but selfish and controlling. "How dare you steal from my garden?" she shouted angrily. The poor man begged for forgiveness and explained that his wife was ill with desire for the planet. The witch thought carefully and then said in a cold voice, "You may take the Rapunzel, but when your child is born, the baby will belong to me." The father was terrified, but because of fear and weakness, he agreed. When the baby girl was born, the witch appeared and took her away. She named the child Rapunzel. Rapunzel grew into a beautiful girl with a long golden hair that shined like sunlight. She had bright eyes, a gentle smile, and a soft voice. Even though she lived with the witch, she remained kind, innocent, curious, and hopeful. When Rapunzel turned 12, the witch locked her inside a tall tower deep in the forest. The tower had no doors and no stairs, only a tiny window at the top. Whenever the witch wanted to enter, she would stand below the tower and call, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel would lower her long bride and the witch would climb up. Imagine living alone in a tower your whole life, no friends, no family, only silence and loneliness every day. But one afternoon, a prince rode through the forest and heard the most beautiful singing voice he had ever heard. The prince was handsome, brave, and kind. He wore elegant royal clothes and had confident eyes. He followed the voice and discovered the tower hidden behind a tree. He watched the witch climb up using Rapunzel's hair. The next day, after the witch left, the princess stepped forward and called, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Slowly, Rapunzel lowered her braid, and the prince climbed into the tower. At first, Rapunzel was shocked because she had never met another person before, but the prince spoke kindly to her and soon they became friends. Day after day, he visited her. He told her stories about rivers, castles, music, celebration, and the beauty of the outside world for the first time in her life. Rapunzel dreamed of freedom and happiness. But one day, the witch discovered the secret. In terrible anger, she cut off Rapunzel's beautiful golden hair and sent her far away into wilderness. Then the witch waited for the prince in the tower. When he climbed up expecting to see his beloved Rapunzel, he found the furious witch instead. "You will never see Rapunzel again," she cried and screamed. The prince was so shocked that he fell from the tower into thorn bushes below. The thorns injured his eyes and he became blind for many years. He wandered sadly through the forest and villages, searching for his Rapunzel. One day he heard a familiar singing voice in the distance. It was Rapunzel. They ran toward each other with tears of joy. When Rapunzel cried, her tears touched the prince's eyes and magically healed him. Finally, they returned together to the prince's kingdom, where they lived happily ever after.